Hey guys! So for today I thought I'd take you book shopping with me. It's quite cold and quite gray outside, so I thought I'd go with a very basic outfit today. I'm just wearing this black Uniqlo turtleneck. On top of it I have another Uniqlo item. This one is just a light down quilted jacket, and then on top of that I have this new jacket that I got. It's by a brand called Cool. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. It's Kuhl. They're known for outerwear, so I'm gonna test it out and let you guys know. I really like the color. Chris actually picked this out for me and I think it's great. I'm also wearing my trusty BDG distressed jeans that you guys have seen 500 million times, and I'm wearing my Sam Edelman rain boots. But anyway, yeah, so for today we're just gonna go book shopping. I'll try to film. I'm not sure if they'll allow me, but I'll try to get as many shots as I can. I'll be stealthy, sneaky. But yeah, so this is my outfit for today. I'm gonna grab my backpack and then let's head out. See you guys in a bit. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and to episode 3 of Share Shelve. I hope that you guys had fun book shopping with me earlier. I have quite a hefty haul to share with you guys today, though I should say that I did not buy all of these books this morning. It's more of a cumulative haul. Some of the books I received as presents over the holidays, and the others I've accumulated since then. And of course I will also include the books that I purchased when we went shopping together. The first book that I'm going to show you guys is actually the book that I'm currently reading, and it is M Train by Patti Smith. I had read her other book, Just Kids, and I really liked that book. It resonated with me a lot. It was about her path to success, whereas this one is more, as the New York Times book review said, more about her surviving the success that she attained. At the crux of this book is the passage of time and how she contends with the loss of her husband Fred and her brother, as well as most of her friends and contemporaries who have already passed away. And her kids are also adults now. So it's really, I feel like, a book about mourning and reflection. I like it a lot. I mean, I like the way that Patti Smith writes, and I also enjoy looking at her photographs that are included in this book. I'm only halfway through, so we'll see how it goes. So far it's not as exciting as Just Kids, but it's a different experience because you're also joining her at a different stage in her life. And it's equally interesting because you still get a lot of the flashbacks of her memories and, you know, her characteristic Patti Smith-ness, her humor, and, you know, her reflections and stuff like that. So I really like it. I'm currently reading this. I'll update you guys once I'm done on what I actually thought about it. The next book that I'm going to share with you guys is something that I picked up because I felt like it was very characteristic of what's happening in our country currently. I picked it up, well, I gravitated towards it actually because of the title. It Can't Happen Here. When I read that, I was like, oh, you know what? This is exactly what I was thinking during the elections. I was like, I trust America for sure. It can't happen here. And yet here we are. But anyway, this book parallels our current situation very closely. This was written in the 60s at the height of when fascism was rising in Europe, and it's basically about Senator Buzz Windrip, a power-hungry politician who runs for president and wins. And he wins basically because he espoused patriotic and traditional values, and basically he said that he was going to make the country great again. But it turned out that he was evil and he became a dictator. So the story really centers around the liberal rebellion that rises up to kind of combat his presidency. Ha! Sounds so familiar, right? So I'm really excited to read this. Oh, by the way, if you guys want me to do like in-depth reviews of any of these books, please let me know down in the comments which one you'd like me to review so I can make a future episode of Share Shelf featuring some of the books from this haul. Alright, the next book I got is something that I'm very excited to read. It's The Vegetarian. It won the Man Booker International Prize. I know that this came out quite some time ago. My sister actually recommended that I read this last year, but it took me a very long time to get a copy of it because most of the people I know who've read this have said that it stayed with them. And stayed with them because this book was very unsettling and very dark and very twisted. Basically, the plot is that the main character, Young-ki, decides to give up meat after she has this horrible nightmare about human cruelty. And it's very bloody, and I think there's a lot of violence in this book. So I'm excited but terrified to read it. Alright, so the next book I picked up is The Ticket That Exploded by William S. Burroughs. And I did not realize when I bought this book, because I got it in the sale section, that it's actually part of a trilogy. And it is not the first book in the trilogy. The first book in the trilogy is The Soft Machine, and the third one, I think, is Nova Express. So basically, William Burroughs wrote the Nova trilogy, which this book is a part of, using what's called the cut-up technique, which I found out when I was researching this book. So I'm not sure if it really matters if I read it in order or not. But anyway, so the cut-up technique is when you take a text, you basically cut it up, rearrange it, and then create a new text out of the rearranged text. Yeah. For this particular one, he used what's called the fold-in technique, and that's literally when you take 2 pages, fold them in vertically, like that. This is very awkward. Basically, you fold it in, and then you read the text, and that is the new story. You get it, right? The fold-in technique. Yeah, so I'm really intrigued. I'm very curious as to how this book is going to read, and also the rest of the trilogy. If it doesn't work out, I might have to pick up The Soft Machine and read that one first. According to my research, William S. Burroughs actually envisioned this trilogy as a sequel to Naked Lunch, which I read when I was in college. So we'll see. I am intrigued by this book. The next one that I picked up is part of a series as well. Oh, sorry, it's also part of a trilogy. This one is The Three-Body Problem. If you guys are into sci-fi, you might have already heard of this book. It won the Hugo Award in 2015 for Best Novel. And its author, Cixin Liu, also won the Galaxy Award, which is like the literary science fiction award of China, 9 times. 9 times! Can you imagine winning such a prestigious award 9 times? So I'm really excited to read this. Basically, it's the classic story of scientists contacting alien life, but it's the backdrop of this novel is the Chinese Cultural Revolution. So I'm really interested to see how it's done. I know that this book got really good reviews, aside from the fact that it won a lot of awards. Usually, you know, sometimes books win a lot of awards, but people don't like it as much. But this one was actually received really well by readers. So I'm excited to read this and to also pick up the rest of the books in the trilogy. Oh, and I also found out that this book was actually recently made into a movie, and that movie is going to come out this year. It's not done by Hollywood though, it's by Chinese producers, which will probably mean that it's really good, because if you guys have seen any Chinese action movies or movies in general, they're all so well made. So I'm excited to hunt down a copy of that movie when it comes out. Alright, we're halfway through the haul. The next books that I got are actually 2 graphic novels. So I got volumes 1 and 2 of Paper Girls. And I picked these up because of the ginormous hole left in my heart by Stranger Things. These graphic novels are also set in the 80s. They're set in 1988, the day after Halloween, when these 12-year-old newspaper delivery girls unearthed this major life-changing secret in their quiet suburban town. I think there are aliens in it and like supernatural events that happen. Very, very close to Stranger Things, I think. I have not opened these yet, but based on what I've read. And the other reason that I got these is because its writer is Brian Vaughan. And oh my god, he wrote Saga, another graphic novel series that I love. So if it's anything close to as good as Saga was, then I will definitely be buying the rest of the volumes of this series. Okay, the next books that I got were presents that my sister got me over the holidays for Christmas. I really wanted books that were about programming and computers. So my sister kindly got me 3 books on that subject. So one of the books that my sister got me is Ada's Algorithm, and this book is all about Ada Lovelace. If you guys aren't familiar with her, she is the boss lady of computer programming. She's the first person to see the multifunctionality of computers, that they would do more than compute numbers, and she also envisioned that you could take anything from text to pictures to music and turn it into data that a computer could process. I've actually already finished reading this book and I really liked it. It's interesting, and if you want to know how Ada became Ada Lovelace and how her love for programming developed, then you guys would really enjoy this book. The last 2 books that my sister gave me, and also the last 2 books in this haul, are Automate This and Turing's Cathedral. So Automate This is basically about the bot revolution and how algorithms are infiltrating aspects of our daily lives. I think this one is going to be a very interesting read, and I'm excited to dive into it. So the last book that I got, and the last book of this haul, is Turing's Cathedral, and this is basically about how the digital universe exploded in the aftermath of World War II. It's quite a hefty read, but I think it'll be really interesting. I'm sure you guys are all familiar with Alan Turing. Benedict Cumberbatch did a very good job portraying him. But yeah, so that's it for this haul. It was quite a hefty haul, and I'm quite hungry. So I think I'm going to bid you guys goodbye for this week and have some lunch. Please don't forget to subscribe so that you guys don't miss future episodes of Share Shelve. Also, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button so I know that I should make more videos like this one. Again, leave me a comment down below if you want me to review any of the books in this haul, or just drop by and say hello. If you've read any of the books, let me know your thoughts on it. And I hope you guys have a really great weekend. Again, don't forget to subscribe. I would really appreciate it. It would mean so much to me. And I will see you guys next week. Bye!